Individuation is a process that grows within us through experience. The child is the father of the man. Through our experiences at Saints, we have truly unveiled the facets within our psyche. The shadow, persona, and anima are the stages through which we discover ourselves and who we are as individuals. St. George's has propelled us to amalgamate our identities with our shadows, project our personas into our daily lives, and incorporate our innate anima into our conscious rationales.
So what do you think about this, Mike?
Sir, I need to go to the washroom. That was how I started at Saints, an overly shy student. I tried to avoid all contact whether it was in my best interest or not. However, as time passed, the shadow in me continued to encourage me to open myself up to the Saints community.
Saints is a collective and uniform embodiment of the same ideals, same goals, same ambition. I strive to become a man of my own pursuit, standing out from the crowd. I play ping pong, golf, pool, and participate in all sorts of activities that allow me to become different from everyone. However, deep inside, my shadow restrains my desire to stand out and become one with the crowd.
Arthur, do your work!
Okay, sir. That was how I started at Saints, a robot. I followed directions without thought. As I matured, I began to question my instructions. Saints had me to act independently, becoming more alike with my shadow, the rebel in me.
My predominant ability is to think outside the box, although nurtured through artistic commitments in St. George's, has served to manipulate my ideals and decisions in an often unconventional and radical perspective. This, in a sense, is a cause for my perception of these innate qualities as a weakness, rather than a distinct strength of my personality.
Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours.
Therefore, I am enticed to put on a mask filled with numbers and algorithms, which St. George's has provided for me. And although I honestly don't find a natural desire for pursuing success in courses like calculus, math, and statistics, their abilities to provide linear, conventional, and most importantly, applicable tools in reality has served as an ultimate incentive. Or is that my genuine weakness?
In jazz, I veil my insecurities when performing my solos. For the betterment of the whole band and for the enjoyment of the audience, I mask myself a visage that emits confidence. At Saints, it has forced me to masquerade myself to embody the spirit of the school, a spirit of excellence and pride.
Saints has driven me to create a pretense of an all-rounded student. I took classes in arts and foreign languages just to fit into the classic, multifaceted image of an ideal Saints student. I pretended to be more sophisticated in hopes that others will include me in their circles.
Saints has been a stage where I put on a mask to conceal my indolence. In order to fit into the stereotypical Saints community, I have constructed a mask of diligence behind which I feel more secure. I earned the respect of my peers and teachers by becoming a more favorable and industrious individual.
Don't try me, say goodbye.
Head held up, walking with unprecedented poise, I'm the manifestation of Hera, queen of the Olympian gods, the Venus of them all. Her self-perceived self-efficacy is of such vastness and scope, her pride at times exceeds her own importance. St. George's is an environment where all dress the same. It has exaggerated my vanity. To be different from others, to assert my individuality, I'm the spirit of my hair, it's the glory that I bear.
I vividly recall being embraced in my mother's arms at the age of 4, climbing 1,000 stair steps to arrive at the Kuan Yin Temple. Her name, which means observing the sounds and cries of the world, has been a motto which I have adapted in my everyday life. At Saints, I follow her doctrine and grasp every opportunity to carry out my compassion to observe the cries of the world and render help to the less fortunate in the society. Saints has provided a platform to fulfill my intrinsic desire to emulate her acts.
Stepping out of the airplane, I was greeted by the cold gale of Vancouver. I scanned across my surroundings and realized that I was in a completely foreign environment. Throughout my years in Canada, I have been inundated with Western traditions, but deep down, I never forgot my own image. I longed for and held on to the past. My years at Saints have reinforced my desire to hold on to my heritage. Its multicultural community, I feel more propelled to bring out my attachment.
The ongoing conflicts within my developing maturity have compelled my intrinsic urges to reproduce and embrace fatherhood. Going to an all-boys school has served to suppress my sexual instincts and force my development through a secure path of innocence. This creates an emotional outlet away from my identification with the extreme masculine qualities embedded in my psyche.
St. George's has not only been a school where we merely acquire knowledge, but it has also been a womb in which we gain the essential nutrients, making us the men we are today. Thinking back to the first day we arrived at Saints, we changed from aimless, naive kids to mature men who are able to shape how we behave by masking ourselves, blending with the shadows, and being on good terms with the anima within us. After all, the child is the father of the man.
So we talked on